Hello everyone. Today we will discuss phylum Porifera. The phylum Porifera. So Porifera means the body containing pores. Porifera means pore bearing. They contain a pores, holes. So the phylum is the Porifera. The term phylum was proposed by the scientist Robert Grant. The phylum Porifera was coined by the Robert Grant, scientist. So the term Porifera was coined by the Robert Grant, scientist Robert Grant. The phylum Porifera was termed by the scientist Robert Grant. Robert Grant. Next one, the Porifera animals, the Porifera organisms is also called as sponges. Sponges or parazoans. So the sponges, the Porifera animals is also called as sponges. The phylum Porifera, the animals is also called as sponges or parazoans or parazoans. The phylum Porifera was coined by the scientist Robert Grant. Next one, the animals, the Porifera animals is called as sponges or parazoans. Sponges or parazoans. Next one, general characters. General characters of phylum Porifera. General characters of phylum Porifera. First one, habitat. First one, habitat. So the habitat means their living place. So these are the aquatic. These animals are the aquatic. Aquatic means so they are the freshwater and marine water. Freshwater and marine water. So these animals are living in the freshwater and marine water. So marine water means salt water. Marine water means salt water. So the most of the Porifera animals are living in the marine water. Most of the animals living in marine water. Most of the animals they living in the marine water. How much percentage? 80%. 80% of the animals of the phylum Porifera they are living in the marine water. So the habitat, so living place, they are living in the aquatic. Aquatic means they are living in the water. So the water is the two types, fresh water and marine water. So the freshwater animals only few species, the few families living in the freshwater. The most of the animals living in the marine water. How much percentage? 80% of the species, the animals the living in the marine water. 80% of the phylum Porifera animals living in the marine water. Only 20% of the animals they living in the fresh water. So the fresh water, two families. Two families living in fresh water. The two families living in the fresh water. One is the Potamolipidae family. One is the Potamolipidae family. Another one is the Spongilidae. Spongilidae family. So these two families are living in the fresh water. So they are the most of the sponges are living in the marine water. Only two families are living in the fresh water. So one family is the Potamolipidae family and another family is the Spongilidae family. These two families living in fresh water. So these are the habitat. Majorly habitat is the aquatic. Aquatic means marine water. Few species living in the fresh water. 80% living in the marine water. Only 20% living in the fresh water. Next one, symmetry. Next one, symmetry. So in these animals, the porifera animals, the symmetry is a asymmetry. Symmetry is asymmetry. Asymmetry or radial symmetry. Asymmetry or radial symmetry. The symmetry in the porifera phylum, symmetry is the asymmetry or radial symmetry. Asymmetry means the animal, there is no cut into two equal parts. So the radial symmetry means the animal cut into any angle divided into two equal parts. So they are the radial symmetry or asymmetry. Next one, level of organization. Next one, level of organization. Level of organization. So the level of organization, only cellular level of organization. Cellular level of organization. Only cellular level of organization. Cellular level of organization. So they are the only presenting on the multicells. There is no formation of tissues, there is no formation of organs, there is no formation of organ system. Only presenting on the cells. So these sponges are the primitive multicellular animals. Primitive multicellular. The sponges are the primitive multicellular animals. Primitive multicellular animals. Next one, body wall. Next one, body wall. Next one, body wall. So the body wall contain a two layers. Body wall contain a two layers. Body wall contain a two layers. Outer pinacoderm, outer pinacoderm, inner coenoderm. So the body wall, the sponges body wall contain a two layers, outer pinacoderm, inner coenoderm. So they are the diagram of the sponges. So these contain a two layers. So they are the outer membrane. So the outer layer, inner layer. So the outer is the pinacoderm. Outer pinacoderm. Next one, inner coenoderm. The sponges body contain a body walls. The two layers. Body walls contain a two layers. One is the outer pinacoderm membrane, inner coenoderm membrane. So the outer pinacoderm, inner coenoderm. Between these two membranes, presenting on the gelatinous matrix. Gelatinous matrix is called as mesohyl. Between the two layers presenting on the gelatinous matrix is called as mesohyl. Mesohyl. So these are the outer membrane. Outer is the pinacoderm. Inner one is the coenoderm. Outer pinacoderm, inner coenoderm. Between these two membranes presenting on the matrix, gelatinous matrix. So this gelatinous matrix is called as mesohyl. The gelatinous matrix is called mesohyl. So these are the body wall. The sponges body wall contain two layers, outer pinacoderm, inner coenoderm. Between these two membranes presenting on the gelatinous matrix is called as mesohyl. Is called as mesohyl. Next one, skeleton. Skeleton. So it contains three types of the spicules. It contains three types of spicules. It contain the skeletons of the it contain three types of the spicules. One is the calcareous spicules, calcareous spicules. Second one silica spicules. Third one spongin fibers. Spongin fibers. So the skeletons, the body contain, the sponges body containing three types of the spicules. One is the calcareous spicules. Second one silicose spicule. Third one spongin fibers. Calcareous spicules, silicose spicules, and spongin fibers. So the calcareous spicules made up of CaCO3. Calcareous spicules is made up of the CaCO3. Next one silicose spicules made up of silica. So they are the spongin fibers. So they are the thread-like structures. So they are the spicules. So the skeleton means they protecting bones, protecting structures. So the sponges contain three types of the spicules. One is the calcareous spicules made up of the CaCO3. Next one silicose spicules made up of the silica. Next one spongin fibers. So these are the thread-like structures. So they are the skeleton functions of the sponges. Next one water canal system or sponges. Next one water canal system. Once revise. First one, so porifera. The phylum porifera was coined by the Robert Grant. The phylum porifera was coined by the scientist Robert Grant. Next one, the phylum porifera animals is also called as sponges or parazoans. Next one, general characters of the phylum porifera. First one, habitat. Habitat means their living place. So these are the aquatic. Most of the animals are the marine water. 80% of species living in the marine water. So the fresh water contain two families. One is the Potamolipidae family. Another one is the Spongilidae family. Next one, symmetry. The porifera phylum animal symmetry is the asymmetry or radial symmetry. Next one, level of organization. Only cellular level of organization. So these sponges is also called as primitive multicellular animals. Next one, body wall. So the body wall contain two membranes, outer pinacoderm, inner coenoderm. The body wall contain three membranes, outer pinacoderm, inner coenoderm. Between these two membranes presenting on the gelatinous matrix is called as mesohyl. The gelatinous matrix is called as mesohyl. Next one, skeleton. So the skeletons contain three types of the spicules. One is the calcareous spicules, second one silicose spicules, third one spongin fibers. So calcareous spicules made up of CaCO3. Next one, silica spicules made up of silica. Spongin fibers are the thread-like structures. Next one, water canal system. Next one, water transport system. Water transport system is also called as canal system. Sponges canal system, water transport system or canal system. So this water transport system perform the three functions. Water transport system, they perform the three functions. Three functions. First one, nutrition. First one, nutrition. Second one, respiration. Next, second one, respiration. Third one, excretion. Third one, excretion. So the water transport system in sponges, a canal system. So the sponges canal system also called as water transport system. So they perform the three functions. It functions are the three functions. One is the nutrition. Nutrition means gathering of food. Gathering of food. Next one, respiration. Respiration means exchange of gases. Exchange of gases. Exchange of gases. Next one, excretion. Excretion means removal of waste materials. Removal of waste materials. So these are the three functions of the water transport system or water canal system. Canal sponges, canal system. 2 marks, very important. What is the functions of canal system of the sponges? The canal system of the sponges maintain the three functions. One is the nutrition, respiration, excretion. Nutrition means gathering of food materials. Next one, the respiration means exchange of gases. Next one, excretion means removal of waste materials. Removal of waste materials. See the rough diagram. Substratum, so they are the sponge. So this sponge, this opening is called as ostia. So this opening is called osculum. Ostia and osculum. These are the, this one is called spongiocele. Spongiocele. So the first step are these are the exterior. Exterior water. So the exterior water first entering into the ostia. First enter into the ostia. Ostia to spongiocele. Spongiocele to osculum. Osculum to exterior. So these are the water transport system. First of all, the water. So they are surrounding the water. So they are the water. They are living in the water. First, the water enter exterior water enter into the ostia. Ostia to spongiocele. Spongiocele to osculum. Osculum to exterior. So they are the water transport system. First of all, exterior. Exterior. Exterior to ostia. Ostia to spongiocele. Spongiocele. Spongiocele to osculum. Osculum. Next one, osculum to exterior. Exterior. First of all, so the water entering from the exterior, water enters into the ostia. Ostia to spongiocele. Spongiocele to osculum. Osculum to exterior. So these are the water transport way. So they are the exterior. First of all, exterior to ostia, ostia to spongiocele, spongiocele to osculum, osculum to exterior. So see this diagram. So these are the ostia. First, so these are the exterior. Exterior. So this is also exterior. Exterior. So first of all, the water enters into the exterior to ostia, ostia to spongiocele, spongiocele to osculum, osculum to exterior. Exterior, ostia, spongiocele, osculum and exterior. So these are the water movement of the sponges, water movement of the sponges. So in this movement of the water, in this time the gathering of the food materials, filter feeding. So the food capturing is the filter feeding. The movement of the water, the filtering of the food materials and exchange of gases and removal of waste materials. So these are the water transport system or water canal system. Water canal system. Next one, digestion. Next one, digestion. So the digestion is the intracellular digestion. Digestion is the intracellular digestion. Intracellular digestion. Intracellular digestion means inside the digestion, inside the digestion, intracellular digestion. For example, these are the cell, they are the nucleus. So they are the cell. So the digestion occurring the inside the cell. Digestion occurring the inside the cell. So these are the intracellular digestion. Intracellular digestion. The digestion occurring the inside the cell. So these are called as intracellular digestion. Intracellular digestion. Next one, reproduction. Next one, reproduction. So the reproduction, so the sponges are the hermaphrodites. Sponges are the hermaphrodites are monoecious. Monoecious. So the hermaphrodite means the single parent. Single parent produce sperms, sperm cells and ova cells. They are releasing the single parent, they are releasing sperm cells and ovums. The single parent releasing the sperms and ovums. So they are called as hermaphrodite. So monoecious means the single animal containing a male organism and female, male reproduction and female reproduction. These two presenting only single animal. So they are called as monoecious. So the reproduction is the sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Reproduction is the asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So the reproduction is the asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So reproduction is the asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, so they are the budding and fragmentation. reproduction. Reproduction, first one asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction means there is no formation of the gametes. There is no formation of the gametes. Directly the parent cell divide into daughter individuals. So the asexual reproduction is the two types. Fragmentation. Fragmentation. Second one, budding. Asexual reproduction is two types. One is the fragmentation process, another one is the budding process. First one, fragmentation. Fragmentation means for example, these are the sponge. So these are the one sponge. So the fragmentation means, so these fragment is separate. Fragment is separate. They form into new one. They form into new one. So these are called as fragmentation. Fragmentation means, so the parent, the fragment separate. These fragment, they formation of new species, new one. So these are called as fragmentation. Next one, budding. Next one, budding. So the budding means, so the bud is cut. So these are the one bud. This bud, they formation of new one. They formation of new one. So these are called as budding. Budding. So these are the fragmentation. Fragmentation. So the reproduction is two types, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is the two process. One is the fragmentation process, another one is the budding process. First one, fragmentation. Fragmentation means, so the sponges fragment is separate. These separated fragment, they formation of new one. So they are called as fragmentation. Budding means the sponges, the bud is separate. These bud, they formation of new one. So they are called as fragmentation. Next one, sexual reproduction. Next one, sexual. Sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction means the formation of the male and female gametes. The formation of the male and female gametes. Fusion of the male and female gametes is called as sexual reproduction. Next one, fertilization. Fertilization. Fertilization means fusion of male and female gametes. Fusion of male and female gametes. Fusion of male and female gametes. So the male gametes are the sperm. Male gamete is the sperm and female gamete is the ovum. So the fusion of male and female gametes is called as fertilization. Fusion of male and female gametes is called as fertilization. For example, so these are the sperm. So these are the ovum. These two fusion, they formation of zygote. They formation of zygote. So these are the fertilization. Next one, fertilization is the internal fertilization. In the sponges are the internal fertilization. Fertilization is the internal fertilization. So the internal fertilization means, for example, so these are the sponge. So the inside the body. So these are the sperm. So these are the ovum. these two fusion the formation of the zygote. This process occurring inside the body, so they are called as internal fertilization. Internal fertilization. So these are the body of sponges. So these are the fertilization is the internal fertilization. Internal fertilization means fertilization occurring inside the body. So they are the male gamete, so they are the female gamete. These two fusion the formation of the zygote. This process occurring the inside the body, so these are called as internal fertilization. Next one, cleavage. So the cleavage is the holoblastic cleavage. Holoblastic cleavage means, for example, these are the sperm, these are the ovum, sperm and ovum. These two fuse and form a zygote. So the zygote is divided into two cells. Two cells divided into four cells. Four cells divided into 8 cells. 8 divided into 16 cells. 16 divided into 32 cells. So these are the two blastomeres. So they are the 4D blastomeres. So the first of all, the male gamete and female gamete, these two fusion the formation of the zygote. The zygote is divided into two cells. Two cells divided into 4 cells. 4 divided into 8 cells. 8 divided into 16 cells. 16 divided into 13 cells. So these are called as holoblastic cleavage. Holo means complete. Cleavage means division. Holo means complete. Next one, blastic means division. Complete a division of cell is called as holoblastic cleavage. So the cleavage is holoblastic cleavage. Holoblastic means complete division of cell. Sperm, ovum, fusion of the zygote. 2 cells, 4 cells, 8 cells, 16 cells, 32 cells. So this type of the cleavage is holoblastic development. Next heading, development. So the development is indirect development. Development is indirect development. Development is the indirect development. Indirect development means the formation of the larval stages. In the developing stages presenting on the larva stages. The larva stages are the Parenchyma larva, Trichomella larva and Amphiblastula larva. So in the development stage they presenting on the larva stages. So the development is called indirect development. Next one, regeneration. So regeneration capacity is the well developed. So regeneration capacity is well developed. Well developed means, for example, so these are the sponge. So one animal. So this part is cutting. So this part is cut. Any region. So this small part is cutting. This small part, the formation of the new species. The formation of the new one. So they are called regeneration is well developed. Regeneration capacity is well developed. Example, Euspongia, Spongilla. Examples, this phylum. Example, Euspongilla and sponges. So they are the examples of the sponges or Porifera.